Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, Mac in Hamilton on the West Mountain here in Ontario. It's approaching the 7 o'clock hour, and since it is Thursday evening, the Lake Ontario Radio Club net will be held on a simplex frequency of 446.125. The rest of the nets during the week are held on the VA3 ZOE repeater. 443.075. That's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So we'll just wait for 7 o'clock to roll around, and I'll be the net controller for this evening. Please stand by. Attention all stations, this is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey here in Hamilton, Ontario, and it's now 7 p.m. The big clock on the wall that's linked to the station in Colorado has informed me of an accurate start time. So, without further ado, we'll welcome everyone to the Thursday evening edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on a simplex frequency of 446.125. And since this is a simplex net, there is a potential that you may hear something that I don't. Feel free to provide a relay for any stations that I may not hear. Now let's take a quick standby for any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations. Nothing heard there. Well, we'll open it up for anybody anywhere, as long as you have a valid call sign and something to say. Also, just a quick note, we are streaming live on YouTube. To follow along online, just look up my call sign, VA3IMW, in the YouTube search box and scroll down until you'll find the red sticker that says live. Give a click on that and you will find us here. I see that Chuck, VA3CJZ, has checked in on YouTube, and obviously there may be some others that join us from time to time. So anybody anywhere, give us your call sign and come on in and say hi.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Okay, there we go. He's checked in online, and he's also in our RF check-in log. Good evening, Chuck. It's Thursday, which means another opportunity to thank you again for a wonderful amateur radio exchange group net last night. Very entertaining, and always good to hear you on the air there. I just don't know how you do it for 2 hours straight. You must have, never mind. It must be a superpower of some sort. I also see Bill, VE3IUK, is also checked in online. Come on in, Chuck. Say hello.
Hey, hello. Hello, everyone. Let's see how many people remember that there's a net on tonight. Anyways, I'm here. Bill's here. That's all that matters. Anyhow, I spent most of the afternoon reprogramming my VA3IMW 857. I didn't like the way it was running, and there was this funny little icon I'd never seen before, and you think I could find it in the functions? And I looked online, couldn't find it, so I said, the hell with it. Did a full system reset, and started from scratch. Plus, it gives me an opportunity to clean up all the frequencies I had in memory that were never really active. So, so I'm up to, 45 now in my memory. And so, that's what I've been up to there, Mac. Over to you.
Well, that sounds like a fun afternoon. So does the programming software work with the 857, or you have to do it all just direct input?
that's why also I'm quite excited there to be hopefully be getting into some money there to buy a radio soon.
All right. But have you decided that you want to pursue what you would call a shack in the box, for a radio that does a little bit of everything? Or are you looking at purchasing something that is strictly an HF radio, something that's going to do that job probably better than a multitasker?
Well, the first part that you asked me about is a shack in the box, and that is what I'm looking for. I don't want to have all this equipment. Space is tight over here, and so one brand new radio that does everything. Plus, I also have my 2-meter Yaesu over here, and I've got an old Linco there on standby. So, shack in the box is what I'm shooting for.
Okay. And brand loyalty, are you looking to stay with Yaesu, or is there something else that you would be open to?
Well, I did give it a lot of thought, Mac, and I found that I'm very happy with the dynamic microphones that I have, and so I do have experience with the condenser ones, and they just seem to pick up a lot of noise, and so I'm already familiar with how both of them work, and that was a factor. I want to stick with the dynamic microphones.
Okay, I guess that takes you away from the ICOM family then, doesn't it?
You're starting to narrow things down there, Mac.
Well, just stating the obvious. All right, well, if you go strictly Yaesu, then I guess it's 991A or the FTDX10, which might be a fairly pricey option. I'm not even sure if the FTDX10 is all mode, all band. I don't have a real familiarity with the entire product lineup for Yaesu. All I know is that the 891 is a rock solid unit for field work. Nice and compact. It packs a lot of power into a little tiny package, and it does exactly what I need to cover everything down in the HF bands up to 6 meters. So I guess that in the nutshell, it satisfies my need for being out of the boat at the park, and any other activities that involve remote station setup. But I initially thought the shack in the box was what I wanted to go with, which is what that's why I decided on the 7100. And then very quickly, as I started to have more fun with the HF contacts, I found that it was so much nicer to have a UHF VHF radio separate from the HF. So that's why I invested in the 7300. So I have a shack in the box, which doesn't touch HF, and the 7300, which gets exclusively used in the base for HF activities. Anyways, I digress. Lots of decisions out there, and I'm sure you'll weigh everything appropriately. Anything else for the net before we make another call out there?
Yeah, and one more thing, Mac. If you want to type in FTX-1 Optima, that's what my wish list is. And gonna have to wait and see, though. There's still we have Christmas just around the corner, and so we'll have to wait and see. But that's my number one wish list. Over to you, sir, and I'll let you pick up some more.
Okay. Thanks for your check-in tonight, Chuck, and feel free to jump in at any point in time where anything else strikes your brains. And let's now take another standby and see if we can get a couple more RF check-ins here. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, standing by for you.
Victor Echo 3, India, Uniform, Kilowatt.
VA3IMW, good evening, Bill. How's everything going with you? Any luck on the bands?
I haven't even been on. I didn't go on yesterday. I haven't been on yet today. I may take a listen later, but just talking to other people, the HF bands aren't in that good shape. I did remember taking a look on 40 meters last night. I don't know, around 7:30 o'clock, and I wasn't hearing too much. So we may take another look after. So I haven't been on the bands yet today. And I'm sort of in the same boat as Chuck. I think I don't have a lot of space here in this computer ham shack type setup here, so I may end up going with a shack in the box because we're looking at getting something in the new year. So if everything works out the way I want it to. Just to digress for a minute, had a chance to get rid of a lot of old scrap metal and old electronic stuff that I did not need anymore, and found a place called Monster Metal Recycling, and they actually come and pick up all your old scrap metal electronics. We had old barbecues, piping, and all that stuff, so didn't have to worry about taking it down to Olympic Drive in Dundas. We're able to get it picked up, and it's all gone now, so we're happy.
Oh, very good indeed. Very good. Yep. Free pickup. That's what they make the selling point on. But truth is, they're recycling everything, and the metal goes down to Fearman's? No, that's not it. Anyways, down on Kenilworth, turn in a chunk of steel, and they get paid for it. And the e-waste, obviously, they must have somebody who is recycling that as well. No, very good. It's nice to see that material going back to anything but landfill, but it's also a benefit. The businesses, entrepreneurship is alive and well. People taking away stuff that would otherwise just be in garbage that's going to be, not used again. Anyways, very good. I did poke around on 40 and 20 meters. Heard the usual suspects. So they are, bands are alive. So 20 and 40 are going to be productive. I did take a stretch and listen on 10 meters to see if I could hear Hawaii, but alas, no. But I'm sure you'll find contacts available on those bands as time goes on. And yes, it's still a little noisy. I think A index was still fairly high in the double digits. So, but taking it all into account, it's certainly better than it was. And I guess a lot of the Aurora activity has settled down a little less red on the analysis screen. Okay, Bill, thanks for your check-in tonight. What else is going on?
Just to comment on the bank industry. So last time I checked, the A index was still 127, and we had a K index of 4. So as I say, I'll take a listen later on. But as far as this pickup service, it was fantastic. I called them yesterday at 2 o'clock, and they were here this morning, and all the stuff was gone. So very happy. Other than that, Mac, not too much else going on here. Just finished a nice meal of corned beef and cabbage, so we've got a full tummy. So back to you, and thanks a lot for doing that.
Corned beef and cabbage. There's another one of my favorites. Actually, we go with the ham hocks. I guess that's what they're called. Anyways, that and you always got to throw in carrots and potatoes, and you add your cabbage in the big pot in stages so that it's not all turned to mush by the time you serve it. You're going to have some that it's going to have some texture to it, but good choice there. It's one of those meals that sticks to the ribs, makes you feel all nice and warm and cozy inside. Thanks for your check-in again. Certainly appreciate it. Oh, there's our Barry boy, Albert, VA3BT, who's also checked in. And Noel is a one and done on YouTube. So welcome, everybody. And let's take another standby to see if we can coax out another RF check-in. VA3IMW, standing by.
Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India.
My goodness gracious. Everybody gets an S9 signal tonight. Great signals on UHF. Good evening, Larry. VE3LBI. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Mac, I just a quick question for you. Can you bring your audio up at all on that radio, or is it where it is right now? That's it.
This is as high as it goes. So it's a 100% gain. And I've already modified the mic to open up the orifice that goes into the mic element. So it's as far as this one goes.
Okay, I was just curious, just compared to some of the other people that when they key up, you're a little bit lower, but I just wasn't sure if there's any way to kind of give that a boost. Anyways, yes, grocery day, absolutely ridiculous prices. I'm telling you, we are getting absolutely raped. 5 pounds of Ontario potatoes, $4.98. Not paying $1 a pound. Forget it.
Oh, goodness gracious. I can remember when a farm out here on Rymel Road used to be able to go in there and grab a 50-pound bag of potatoes there for $7 if it was white, and if they were yellow, gold, whatever you want to call them, it was $1 extra. We used to go in there, and if we thought that we weren't going to get through a big bag like that in enough time, we would split it up amongst friends. But yeah, that's absolutely nuts. 10-pound bag of potatoes at the grocery store, $1.99. That's a fair price. For anything else, it's just I think this is another symptom of what happened during COVID. Restaurants did the same thing, right? Everybody had the chance to say, oh, we lost so much money during the shutdown thing, we got to put prices up. And they never came down. So, yes, Canadian public is being raped, and all the middlemen are getting rich, and the farmers aren't making any more money. Anyways, I trust you were able to circumvent any of the traffic delays due to the traffic fatality at Mohawk and Upper Wentworth this afternoon.
Yes, I heard about that. And unfortunately, yes, I don't know male or female. I do understand it was a school crossing guard. Not sure if they're going or coming. I do have to say one thing, though. That to the east of Ball Road on Mohawk, there is an island there. And they use that with 2 crossing guards. They need to put a light there. I know this accident happened actually at the corner of Mohawk and Upper Ottawa Upper Wentworth. But at that one spot, they need to put a light in. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you have a vehicle that's large in the center lane and you're coming down, you cannot see the crossing guards. They're going to wait again until something happens, and of course we go, oh, we better do something about that. But it's I think you know the spot I'm talking about, Mac.
Yes, sirree. Yep. And Mohawk Road is seeing significant enough traffic that you need to put in controlled crosswalks at least. And if it's supplemented by a crossing guard, then so be it. But see, now in Hamilton, controlled crosswalks, you step up to the control thing and push the button, and once those lights start flashing, traffic is supposed to stop in both directions until the pedestrian is off the roadway. So the wherewithal is there. It just takes the right inputs, and I'm sure that there's some kind of a system whereby you can submit requests and concerns like that to the city, so that they could make those changes come to fruition.
Yeah, like I say, very unfortunate for the person who sent it there to their. Anyways, I don't know. Apparently, what's supposed to happen with the dump truck driver. I'm not going to say any more than that. I don't know too much of the details, although they 40, the flashing light's doing 40. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're lucky if they slow down to 49, 48 going through those. So it's ridiculous. Mind you, I always slow down. I get down to, the 42, 43 range, maybe sometimes 44. And they got the guy behind you, he's right on your bumper, right? Like, what are you doing? What are you slowing down for? Like you see the flashing lights. And the other one that really kills me is when you're heading along Albion, Mount Albion, towards Mount Albion Falls there. When you get to the top of that, that's only 40. Until you go to the other side of it, it's only 40 kilometers an hour. And you got people coming down and they just pound it right on you. I had a lady pass me before you turn off onto Limebridge there. She passed me. I couldn't believe it.
Yep, everybody's in such a gall darn hurry to get to a place where they really didn't want to be in the first place. So kind of a product of our society, and it's unfortunate. Anyways, like I say, take a gander through the web and see if you can find a contact somehow in the city hall and make your concerns known about that particular location. Obviously, they're going to react to the loudest complaints, and it would be nice to see them do something about that particular location before something dastardly happens. I guess it's in the same vicinity as what took place today. So, anyways, anything else going on in Larry's world?
No, sir, that's it. Hope to hear everybody tomorrow night and 8 o'clock. So I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for doing it, Mac. VA3LBI clear.
All right. Yes, and quite correct. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, the Zowie Rag Chew with your host, VE3LBI. All right. Let me double check the stream. So Noel was in and out there, and Albert from Barrie, and Matt, VE3 Sierra Mike November. Good evening, friends. Just a YouTube check-in tonight with a frowny face. Oh, we'll catch him again someday, I'm sure. All right, so let's take another quick standby, see if we can coax in another RF check-in or two. VA3IMW, standing by for you.
VA3WPG, just noticing the time. Portable, good evening, Mac.
Okay, that was a big mashup. Okay, I got WPG and it's Vern. Anyways, let me take Vern first because he is pedestrian mobile, and we'll come back to you in a second there, Chris. Go ahead, Vern.
Good evening, Mac, and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Yep, just out for a walk. I don't know what the temperature is. It's not that cold. Not a bad day today. I got to confess, I spent a good deal of it raking leaves now that the snow is gone. Filled a couple of those leaf bags as well. Hope you had a good day, Mac. VA3CRF.
Well, very good, Vern. It was a fairly good day. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of business and all the conflicts that go on from time to time. But yeah, overall, I trust you were able to protect your back in raking those leaves because still damp and wet. And also, I would trust that you're not storing them directly against your household, because wet leaves are just like wet hay. They are susceptible to spontaneous combustion. As they decompose, the temperature goes up and bad things can happen. Anyways, thanks for your check-in tonight, Vern. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mac. Yeah, the leaf.
Okay, Vern, you weren't in your sweet spot for the last transmission, but I think that's the tail end of it. Certainly appreciate your check-in tonight. A quick mention for Captain Burley Slice. That is Dakota out of West Virginia. Thanks for checking in, and you're also in the YouTube log. Let's bring in Chris. I know you were kind of a one and done, but let's say hello anyways.
I just saw VA3WPG. Good evening. Just noticing the time and pretty much it. Just a quick check-in and one more for your count tonight.
Yes, yes. I'm not counting, but you count. Everybody does. Trust all goes well with you, and you're staying busy, having fun.
Oh, extreme fun.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. I haven't mentioned it in a couple of days, so let me do this. December 21st, Sunday, the group activation for the winter solstice. Target location, Whitehorn, out behind City Hall, and looking forward to seeing everybody out there as well. Other than that, let's take another standby and see if we can coax in another RF check-in. VA3IMW, standing by. All right, nothing heard. That's okay. We're just about at the half-hour mark, so we'll get ready to turn this frequency back over to normal use. Certainly appreciate everybody's check-in. It's nice to hear people are doing well, and all kinds of activities are continuing to take place. And it's nice to see that we've got some attention from far and wide. So special thanks for the guys in West Virginia, Barrie, and all points beyond that are coming in to visit with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us all. Let me thank you all once again, and look forward to hearing you guys tomorrow night at the ZOE Ragju. That starts at 8 p.m. and is also going to be on the VE3 ZOE repeater. So we'll be live streaming that as well with our host VE3 LBI, Larry, here in Hamilton. 7-3s, one and all. And I'll monitor this frequency for a couple of moments and then QSY back over to the ZOE repeater. 7-3s. That's how we say goodbye.
I wish I was having as much fun as VA3WPG sounded like. VA3